Hey everybody, sorry it's so late. You know how it is, man. Just get busy. Mother's Day over the weekend. You guys working hard?
Yeah,
You guys do schoolwork all day?
yeah.
All
I
right.
also got 7 shots out of 10 shots.
7 shots out of 10 shots. Are you making your shots too? Sorry. Now go to bed, kids. Go to bed for real. Go to bed, kids.
Oh,
That's it.
I thought you were talking to them.
No, you go to bed, kids. So here I am. Sorry it's so late. Um, Meant to post this much earlier. Trying to catch up on grading. Trying to do a bunch of things here. So we're all just kind of struggling through the last couple weeks. Speaking of which, you got this assignment, a final, and I wish you the best from that time on. Hope to see you all soon. So our last assignment is pretty interesting, really interesting to me. Really speaks to hopefully a lot of our students. I don't want to put any pressure on anybody, but we have a large Asian community at Burlingame High School, and it is one of the ones I feel like that's least represented and least vocal. So here's my shout out. Okay, mad love to my Asian brothers and sisters. Okay, so made a little talk about here about what's been going on with me. I had a Padlet made, and just to keep up on the grading seemed a lot. To ask you to do more discussion seemed a lot. And man, I'm reading the work that many of you are doing. I'm gonna send an email I want to send out to like some of y'all are just still killing it with deep thoughts and doing reading. I wish I had more stuff for you. Wish we were in class to talk about it. So keep up the good work. All right. Again, our topic is Asian Americans. The big topic is what we call model minority. Okay, model minority, with the idea that Asians have done amazingly well in America, which is partially true. But Asia is a pretty damn big continent. 38 countries. There's 48 countries, and many immigrants from many parts of Asia. So you can't really put everyone together. A lot of for a lot of folks, you hear Asian. A lot of folks think Chinese. Now in California, for sure, Indian, historically Japanese, Korean, that kind of stuff. There's other groups. With the Vietnam War, we had a huge movement of Vietnamese folks that came here, and the neighboring countries, neighboring groups. Hmong, HMONG, is a specific group that was a minority in Vietnam, minority in Cambodia. So those folks have not necessarily done well in America. Asia's a big place. Lots of Asians in America. Look at that, man. 5.6 population today, much more in California, closer to 15% in California. And at University of California schools, UCLA, we're looking at 38% Asian. Very, very big influence in this state. 9% of the country by 2050. Obviously, it'll be higher than that in California. Last time we go with this, man, right here. Document, you make the copy, you fill in the boxes with deep thoughts, key information. I give you a nice score, I write a nice comment on the side. Hopefully, we're learning. Okay. So here we go. Here's our focus question. Just kind of get you, kind of the frame of mind. What does happen in society today between certain groups? What is the whole model minority thing? Why is it problematic? There's two videos. One we go back, it's called Decoded. It's our MTV host, okay, African American woman. She breaks it down for us. Right. If Asians are doing so well, why can't blacks and Latinos? It's kind of big talk, okay? Goes on for 5 minutes. I'm asking for two bullet points, two legitimate thoughts about what you read in the video, what you heard in the video. Moving along, another video, another 5 minute video, a little deeper, a little more academic, okay? Does interview a professor, Asian professor. Oh man, I got a phone call about soccer. So sorry, I'm back. I think I left off with this video, right? We're looking at the myth of Asian success. Okay, so we're down here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Now remember, I told you that was a fancy university professor. So yeah, get down two pieces of info from that one as well for me. I got you one, the big one. If Asian Americans can do so well, why can't? That's the kind of key quote of both of them. Okay. And here's an article written about what is the model minority myth. Okay. Miss Nasser helped me out for sure on this one. She made 8 questions. She's all nice. So she said you can leave one blank. Okay. So there's a stereotype. Start with a little anecdote, nice little hook about the author, what she experienced when she was in high school. Okay, we got a couple terms here. Tiger moms, interesting kind of term as far as it was a huge thing like 8 9 years ago that all these Asian success came back because the moms were like super like hardcore. Um, there's Whiz Kids articles from the 80s about like the Asians are like smart, that kind of stuff. So a lot of the stereotypes we're used to hearing. So two other articles, pick two of those, and then kind of explain what it refers to. Okay. Some other key stats about suicide in the Asian community. There's a lot of stress. Okay. I don't know if you know, like people talk about Mills High School like that. That Mills High School kind of reflects some of those stereotypes, some of those realities about the pressure in a lot of specific families. Okay. Just kind of get through that. What are the stereotypes? Historically, there are some racist ass stuff towards Asians. Back in the 50s, and a very famous movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's. More recent movies. I mean, I know in the 1980s there was a movie called 16 Candles, which was just like so stereotypically racist towards Asians. And that was the 80s. And then there's the real racism, the real like hardcore laws, okay, or the ideas that it's only Latinos that are undocumented. Remember, the Asian population is one of our main immigrant groups. So you have a lot of Asians that today are undocumented and facing a harsh reality because of that. Um, you know, really good article. We get into our deepest thought of all. Okay, the model minority pits one group of color against another one. Getting into dismantling the myth. Okay, is it appropriate to refer to Asians as one group? There's some reasons that we do it. There's some reasons that it's limited. It's kind of now we talk about Asian American Pacific Islander. Okay, when I end is an article by a Filipino woman. There's always a big question like, are Filipinos Asians? Well, let's just broaden the group and say Asian American Pacific Islander. Those are the folks that kind of we tend to group together. Okay. My big question, my last one, I put this one here. Do you have empathy? Do Asians face significant prejudice and racism? If you're not sure, read this article. Hint, hint, the answer is yes. Okay, read this article, especially in the era of coronavirus. Okay, so check it out. I'm trying to catch up on grading. I'm going to grind some grading out tomorrow, and I'll get the final up Friday for sure. The final's already made. It's a project. You get to work with any group mates up to 3 between my class, Nasser's class, Riley's class. We'll all post on Friday. Send me an email. I guess I'm done on the Zooms. People weren't showing up. So hope you guys are watching this. Hope you're well. I'm reading the papers, trying to give you comments in the grading. Keep grinding yourselves. But stay healthy, stay safe, and hang in there. And hope you enjoy this. This is quite interesting.